Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. This is where I share my insights. Grab a cup of coffee for this morning meditation, which I'm calling Not Getting What You Want. Could be everything you've always wanted. And I want to talk about those times we don't get what we want and how they can be some of the best enlightening moments. So stick around. When we don't get what we want, is it all that bad? This just hit me yesterday that in many ways, I'm happy. I'm grateful to not get what I want because it's very admonishing. So these are the reasons or the good things that come out of not getting what you want. Number one, it makes you humble. When things don't go your way, you have a choice. It can either piss the hell out of you off or realize just how out of control it is to get what you want. You have to relinquish the control freak. When you don't get your way, not throw a fit. It's humbling, particularly if you don't get your way for a long time. So the best response to not getting what you want is to be quiet, to drop into the silence and reflect on how petulant and demanding you are. So humility is the first thing which will come out of not getting what you want. Number two, gratefulness. I am in a situation right now where I'm not getting what I want and being told no by life is a way of reflecting on how grateful I am when it does go my way and how often it goes my way. You'd be surprised at how often we get what we want and we get exactly what we want. And the one or two times we don't, we're just so ungrateful. But we never really practice gratitude when it's hunky-dory. We take things for granted until they are taken away. Yours truly. So when you don't get what you want, it's a great time to reflect on what is going right and how often you have neglected acknowledging and expressing that gratitude. Number three, not getting what I want has taught me the virtues of patience. That is not to say that I have that my wants go away. I still have wants. I still have these deep desires and goals. But I realize I cannot be petulant and demanding, pissed off all the time. It doesn't work. That the calm, submissive, peaceful state will allow those dreams to flower without me having to chase, hoard, preserve, or get all bent out of shape. That timing is none of my business, and that I don't need to practice being a control freak. There's no demanding. So it's about curtailing of a aggressive temperament, if you will. Not getting what I want has taught me not to be spoiled. If you got everything you wanted, every single time you wanted it, you would get spoiled and you would be like a trust fund baby who just buys things for the hell of it. And you have too much and you're spoiled and you're empty. I watched a video of Michael Jackson walking through a very expensive store in London. I think it was Harrods. He had an assistant with a notebook. He said, buy that, buy that, buy that, buy that, buy that. He didn't hardly look at it. But he just had so much money He was just buying shit. Spoiled brat. I'm not saying Michael Jackson was a spoiled brat, but he might have been. So it makes you more discerning about what you want. Helps you narrow things down a little bit. Helps you want them in a very innocent way and pure way without gobbling up everything and consuming everything like a trust fund baby. So if I gave my dog everything she wanted when she wanted, she'd be spoiled. She would jump on the guests. She would pee in the house. She would eat up all the treats. If she had all the food, she'd be fat and sick. She'd make herself spoiled and sick and fat. So I have to curtail all that. That doesn't mean she's not enthusiastic about what she wants. But we have to curtail it so she doesn't become spoiled. Okay? So not getting what you want helps build a better temperament. Another one is that when you don't get what you want, it helps you become patient. And you realize how patience is important because it cultivates inner peace. Because what you want is sometimes mistaken for urgent needs like water, air, shelter, food. At the very least, your shelter is your body. You do have a shelter. You have this beautiful body. That's yours. So that's your home, right? So even if you're homeless, you kind of have a home. So that's one way to look at it. The other thing that I have learned about not getting what I want is that what I want is gravy. You know? It's froth. It's not urgent. It's just kind of like wanting dessert. So we don't have to make it into a life and death situation. And the last thing I've learned about not getting what I want is that I already have it. Now, this is tough for the ego because the ego is going to come at it from, I'm lacking this. What are you talking about? If you're honest with yourself, whatever you want, you probably can have some small form of it. I'm going to give you 2 examples of things I want. One is a swimming pool. And I'm laughing because it's pure stupidity. I would swim in it. I love, when I go visit my parents, I love that they have a pool. And I want a pool. And so what I do is I buy a 1-year pass to the city pool and I use it every day. So I can swim. The second thing I want is an airplane. Another frivolous child want, but I like to fly. I used to own one and now I want to own another one. So once a week I go up with an instructor and I'm working on my instrument rating, which is a higher rating than just a pilot's license. So I'm flying once a week and I can afford it. You see, I'm giving myself the luxury of flying. I also want to be a writer. So I write every day. You see? So I already have that because I have some things to say. You know, I started a YouTube channel because I have a YouTube channel in me. I love getting on the microphone and talking, you see. So they say don't write a symphony unless there's some music in you. So you already have it. You see, you have some small form of it. And it's usually it's accessible to you if you think about it that way. So you already have it. If you come at it from a sense of lack, oh, I don't have it, that's a craving, you know? That's an emptiness. So you have to kind of understand that even though you have some small part, you have it, even if it's in your imagination. You have it already. Money is in your imagination, so you already have it already. That's hard for people. Money is a concept, so if you can conceive of money, you have it already, you see? So there's never this feeling of that I'm missing something. There's never a feeling of like, well, one day I'm going to get there. One day I'm going to be rich. One day I'm going to have the pool. One day I'm going to do this, and then I'll feel better. It's not about that. It's about finding small ways to have it already, even if it's just in a vision. Does that make sense? So getting what you don't want It's admonishing. It's teaching. It's helping. It's making a better temperament, a better person out of you. In a sense, that's all you've ever wanted, is to just evolve into a better, more holistic, more understanding, compassionate person. Who could want anything more than that? Than to be at peace with themselves. And to know you're just becoming more of yourself through the things that you want. So, I hope that helps. If you're not getting what you want, reflect on it. Let it teach you. And you'll learn some things too. It'll help teach you about this feeling of lack that so many of us suffer from. My name is Ryan Hebert, and I am so happy that you joined me this morning. Please check out my blog. It's called mymorningmotivator.com, and we'll see you next time.